I'm not saying this to count favors. No, this is my duty. And may Allah the Exalted make me perform my duty more than ever.
Nara Takbir! Khilafat-e Ahmadiyya! Khilafat-e Ahmadiyya! Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen! Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen! Nara Takbir!
This water, this heavenly rain, this spiritual water brings fruit. Allah Ta'ala says, Alam tara anna Allah anzala minas samaa'i ma'an fa'akhrajna bihi samaratin mukhtalifan alwana. How beautifully the two seasons the two physical and spiritual are being blurred. The verse says, dost thou not see that Allah sends down water from the sky and we bring forth therewith fruits of different colors? Do you see the colors in the audience? Allah Ta'ala, this Khilafat, this water has brought about people of all colors, all creeds, all nations, all religions, all sects together under that one Khalifa, because they're sharing the same rain, the spiritual rain and the heavenly water. I remember again, I was not too long ago in Jummah prayers from the masjid. I came out and met with people like I used to do, and I saw a young gentleman standing on the side. And he was waiting, and I was surprised. I haven't seen that gentleman in the masjid for a long time. And at the end, when everybody had left, I went up to him and he came to me and he said, can I leave now? And I said, you don't need permission to leave. And he said, I just met Hazrat Khalifatul Masih. And he asked me to make sure that you go to the masjid and I will check on you. So I want to make sure I'm here. I need your permission to leave. And from then on, he became the most regular person in the masjid. This is that water that the Khilafah shared. Just yesterday we heard Ted Hakey Jr. in his beautiful remarks, disjointed a little bit, but then he used that beautiful word. He said it was because of the Khilafat. I was surprised to hear that from him. That it was because of the Khilafat that incident took place and the change took place. Now, the Khilafat, we say it is the need of the hour. The Khilafat, the guided Khilafat has appeared. How can it change? You know, the wisdom of Khilafat predated the problems. That's how the prevention works better than cure. Every segment of the society was given a task to do. Ansarullah, Qudamul Ahmadiyya, Atfalul Ahmadiyya, Nasrat, Lajnat, and Waqfin. Now everyone has been given a mission, a target. So there is no time to waste. There is no time to get radicalized. Khilafat knew about radicalization of the youth. Several decades ago, you have all heard the statement, "Qawmon ki islah, naujawanon ki islah ke bagair nahi ho sakti." The nations cannot be reformed without the reformation of the youth. And that is why Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala gave us this task to the youth for the reformation of the nation. You've seen those black and white scars all around. This is not only the identity of the youth, but a mission for the youth. And they wear it proudly. We just saw all these Khuddam walking in, and this black and white will work really well with red, white and blue. In fact, it will work well with all the colors of the flags that are out there. Similarly, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih keeps talking about the modesty of our ladies, the scarves and the coats and all of this. And sometimes they may feel tired. But remember what he's telling us, that this is your identity. This is your identity, and this is both these scarves that the young boys wear and the scarves of our girls. These are vaccines to prevent from radicalization. For men and boys, a different kind of radicalization. For our young girls, a different kind of radicalization. But under the Khilafat, individuals are reformed, nations are reformed, countries can be reformed. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih has been out there talking to leaders of different countries, writing letters. I was reading his letters that he wrote to the heads of state, and he has stated several times. He says not to use force, but to use diplomacy, dialogue, and wisdom. And he says there is truth is in peace. The truth is that peace and justice are inseparable. You cannot have one without the other. Similarly, he keeps talking about absolute justice. Justice can be anywhere. Justice between the ruler and the ruled. Justice between the rich and the poor. Justice between the educated and the uneducated. Justice between the rich countries and the not so rich countries, the superpowers and others. Now, the leaders have recognized it. just when Hazrat Khalifatul Masih visited America and he met with the leaders, the then Speaker of the House said something that I quote to you. She said, "Thank you for your leadership role and for being such a visionary and inspiration. It is an honor to be in the same room as you."
नाराए तकबीर हजरत अमीरुल मोमिनीन खिलाफत अहमदिया नाराए तकबीर
Badshah tere kapron se barakat dhundenge, we have heard that, and so these things happen with the Khulafa also, and we see that. Now, brothers and sisters, you've heard, and I'm sure you've all heard of Ab Zamzam, right? The water of Zamzam. And people, that was at the feet of Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam, and people bring it till this day. Little bottles are shared with everybody. I'll tell you now, and you know it very well, there is another water these days, and that is the Ab Khilafat. That water descends amongst us every week. We go and meet with him. That is the water that we need to safeguard and keep with us and drink it and satiate ourselves with this water. And not only spread this water around, spread it to the people around us, and also spread it to our future generations. Remember, the Holy Prophet ﷺ used to call the rain rahmat, a blessing. Why? Because it's the same pani that descends, the water that transforms yuhyil arza ba'da mawtiha. That is why he used to take his cap off and take the water in his head. So for this water, there is no raincoats that are required, no topis, nothing, no caps. Let's absorb that water, fill ourselves up and share with each other. The water has descended. It is our duty to safeguard this Khilafat now. Khilafat is standalone, remember that. Khilafat doesn't need us. Whether we are with him or not, he is the Khalifa of the time. But it is our own duty. Remember the mistake committed by the early Muslims? They committed their own suicide, and Allah Ta'ala took the Khilafat away. La in shakartum la azidannakum wa la in kafartum inna azabi la shadid. What was the azab? The azab was that the Khilafat was taken away. So Muslims committed their own suicide back then, and that suicide is stuck with them till this day. So my dear brothers and sisters, let's safeguard this Khilafat now. It is up to us. We shouldn't commit that suicide in home. Bring that Ab Khilafat in our homes and share with our children and everyone else, so that Khilafat stays in our homes. Khilafat stays with us forever. Remember the
नाराए तकबीर खिलाफत राशिदा खिलाफत अहमदिया नाराए तकबीर
So when we talk about safeguard, I remember the words of Hazrat Miqdad bin Umar raziyallahu ta'ala anhu. And it is time for us to repeat those words. Remember what he said? So we will use the same words for the Khilafat. कि ऐ खलीफा वक्त, हम आपके आगे भी लड़ेंगे और पीछे भी लड़ेंगे और दाएं भी लड़ेंगे और बाएं भी लड़ेंगे और निज़ाम खिलाफत पे आंच नहीं आने देंगे. That, oh